Okay, we begin our final week of Business 330. It's amazing how these new 8-week sessions, now we're about into 2 or 3 of them, have now been concluded at Laverne, and it's amazing how quickly these 8-week sessions go by. This week, we are going to concentrate on our final examination, which has been posted. Today's date is Monday, December 12th. The final examination is due on Sunday, December 18th, with, I'm sorry to say, no extensions. Our course evaluations by you, student evaluations, are due December 20th. The links are on the examination and in Blackboard, and your grades will be posted Thursday, December 22nd of next week. So that's how we're going to wrap up the course. We're going to tonight in our introduction video for week 8, just review our final examination work, make sure we understand what's going on there. And then we're going to talk about in our update video, our weekend update video will be on Thursday of this week, December 15th. And that will talk about some key points of long-term planning and short-term planning from our textbook. So that's where we stand heading into this last week. Remember, as I've been saying, please make sure you are familiar with where your grades stand at the present time. What your grade average in the course is, if you have any questions, if there are any holes in your grades, and meaning zeros for that I have not received the work, if you have some explanations or some ways of alleviating those zeros, please let me know. Remember, we have student hours this Thursday night at 6 o'clock. If you do come on Thursday night, you're just waiting for the Zoom to let you into the Zoom room, it's because Thursday night will be rather busy. I have another section of finance also at the MBA level. Also, that's their student hours, and they are in the midst of a big case study this week, and they will be having questions. So just be patient, and I'll get you in to our Zoomathon on Thursday if you have any questions or want to talk to me about your grade situation. So let's take a look at where we are heading into our final week. Okay, so if you go to the assignments and examinations file folder, you'll see the final examination in 2 versions, a PDF and a Word doc format. You are to give me 2 files this Sunday, the answer file, either in Word or PDF of your answers to the problems, and a spreadsheet file of your portfolio, and we'll take a look at an example of that in just a minute. So this examination is worth 25% of your course grade. So it is very important to take your time on it, start early in the week, do a couple of run-throughs, double check your work, make sure you've answered each question effectively, and then post your work by Sunday. This is an important part of your grade, and for some of us, it's the difference between an A and a B, or a B and a C. So any questions on this, please let me know. It's pretty self-explanatory, but let's take a look at what that is in just a minute. Here's our week 8 file folder with our learning assignments for this week. There's another links to our course evaluations. Remember, the course evaluations are anonymous. They don't have any effect on your grade, and they help me and they help the school get some feedback from our customers, from our most important people, you, the student. And then in the week, we talk about, we introduce the week. Our finance fact for this week is the Glass-Steagall Act, which is very important to any bankers out there. And then our chapter 18 and 19 centering on financial long-term and short-term financial planning. Okay, the final examination, as described in the study guide of last week, is basically broken down into a few sections that summarize and give different types of answers or questions to the material that we've had, mainly in the second half of the class, but a couple of questions concerning the overall theme and description of our course. The short answer questions are to understand the definitions of a variety of different things that have to do with corporate finance, liquidity, taxation, stockholders, stakeholders. Short answer questions. What I mean by short answer, two or three sentences. That's all. Then to identify the key components of a business organization. This goes way back to our entrance, our very first PowerPoint of our class, to describe sole proprietorships, partnerships, corporations. A couple income statement or a couple questions in relation to income statement items. Different ways of distributing return to stockholders. Question concerning sources and uses of cash flow. Money coming into the business, money going out of the business. What if this list is a source or a positive cash flow? What if this list is a use or a negative cash flow? Combine the two, what does it net out? True or false about the capital budgeting analysis, what we just did in those spreadsheets a few weeks back. What are some true and false questions about that? And then part 3 is about our student portfolio. Remember our portfolios, we've been tracking stock throughout. Our ending value date is Wednesday, December 14th of this week, not Friday, but Wednesday. And I want you to do 3 things. Just tell me if your stocks have paid dividends over the last 8 weeks. Has there been a dividend posted for a share of stock in your company? What are the dollars and percent of the gains and losses in your portfolio, both in dollars and in percent? And a comparison to the 3 indexes as of December 14th, the Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. Also, percentage gains and losses of those 3 indexes over the 8 weeks of class. And then the final question, and it can just be one quick sentence: did you better the markets? And what I do is I'll take all this information, and the student that performs the best will get a Starbucks gift card, and we'll get a nice little memento about the University of Laverne from the bookstore. It'll probably be like a magnet of the university, or a pennant of the University of Laverne, something like that. I'd have to see what the budget looks like. And you just send me, I'll send you an email, and you send me your address, and then you'll be our Wolf of Wall Street and go down in eternity as a fine stock manager in business finance at the University of Laverne. And then your final step probably would be to do the course evaluations. Whatever your CRN is, either 1723 or 2930, click on that link and you can complete the examination. Okay, here's the portfolio spreadsheet, and also a sample of this is in the final examination file folder. These are the 3 valuation dates that we've done over the course of our 8-week finance course. Our original purchase date of October 28th, the update on November 18th, where we found the beta of the company, and then this update scheduled for this Wednesday, December 14th, where you'll also find the dividend of the company. So you'll just white that out and put in the dividends of the company. So also, then you'll do the percentages, gains and losses. Remember, I went over these in the last video. There's the formulas right there to see how to do it. But as you can see in this example, even though it's not December 14th yet, Professor Hasse looks like a dog with fleas, a loser, as he has dropped a little bit over 3% compared up to this point in time a successful market returns of these various market indexes, which is not so successful. Market's been struggling the last few months, and over in the overall year, the market's down about 20%. But be that as it may, let's see how we did against the market and your specific portfolio. Remember, I'm looking for these key things. Dividends, if any. If there weren't any dividends, just put NA. Not applicable. Okay. If there's no dividend, just put NA. And then I want to see your portfolio value. I want to see the gain and loss of your portfolio. I want to see the Dow, S&P 500 values of December 14th, and I want to see their change from October 28th and how they've changed over the 8 weeks right here. Those are all the areas I'll be grading for this section of your examination. So please don't forget, and then post your spreadsheet of this along with your work file for the examination to Blackboard. That's what we're looking for this week. Okay, in addition to the exam, and there are a couple of questions related to this last bit of chapters 18 and 19, but not too many. But just so you review it and are looking for it, if you see a question in the exam that kind of refers to this, we're concerned in chapter 18 in sections 18.1 and 18.2, financial planning, and in chapter 19, sections 19.1 through 19.4, changes in working capital, long-term versus short-term planning. So those are some sections. If you run into those questions on the exam, you can refer to those sections. That's where that information is. Okay, a quick little video to get you set up for your final week. Again, the key work this week is your final examination. It should take you not too long, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, no more than 2 hours, I would think. It's set up for about an hour and a half, an hour. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. It's a great way to conclude the class and move forward in your business program. You'll have all the basics to corporate financial management, which is a good thing. And then you get set up for your closing classes, especially your 496 class, which is your capstone class, which includes many of this in that capstone class that you've reviewed in this course section. So I'm around all week. We'll see you on Thursday with our update video, and also Thursday evening if you have any last minute questions of the course. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Hang in there. Just a few more days to go. Adios.